What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Hey, do you guys like this new background with the light here? Or do you like it without the light? Like this? Let me know in the comments below which background you guys prefer, with the light or without the light. And whichever one gets the most votes will be my new background. That way the Lightways community has a say in my background for my videos. Anyway, I get a lot of messages on the third eye, the pineal gland, how to strengthen the third eye. What are some third eye exercises or third eye strengthening techniques? How to open the third eye. Now, my previous videos on the third eye have done very well. So I've got how to open the third eye, which you can go watch right here. I also have my third eye experiences, which you can go watch right here. I'll link both of these in the description below. Check them out after this video. My third eye experiences has some scary, spooky third eye stories for you. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys today about a third eye strengthening technique called energy sensing. This is a way that you can really get into alignment with practicing working on your third eye on a daily basis, or whenever you have a chance to do it. The third eye, it's really the same as a muscle. The more that you exercise it, the stronger that it gets. So the more of these third eye exercises that you have, the stronger your third eye will get. And this is one of the best exercises that I have found for the third eye to really strengthen those clairs. What are the clairs? Clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairolfactance, which is clair smell, which is very interesting. I've got some interesting things to discuss with you guys about clairolfactance, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, all that good stuff. So anyway, let's get into this third eye strengthening technique called energy sensing right now. Let's go. Third eye techniques, third eye strengthening exercises. I don't know, I'm still figuring out the title of this video, but energy sensing is the third eye technique that we're going to focus on today. So I'm going to explain energy sensing to you the way that it was explained to me, using the analogy of how otters smell underwater. Bear with me for a second. So apparently the way that otters smell underwater is they blow out this air bubble, and then they draw the air back in, and whatever was caught in that air bubble, they can smell through their olfactory sensors. So, and I'm not a marine biologist, I don't know if that's true or not, but that analogy really clicked for me, and it has allowed me to use energy sensing, and it works tremendously. So bear with me here. The gist of it is you're going to send out your energy, and then you're going to draw that energy back into you. And then you're going to sense whatever was in that energy with your third eye. Now, I am going to go into greater detail and expound on this technique. But before I do, I've got two caveats for you. One, make sure that you do this in meditation, where you're in a calm, centered, still state with your eyes closed, because you don't want to be distracted. You want to be able to feel all of the subtle nuances of sensing what is in that energy. Once you become more adept at this and stronger, you will be able to go out into the world, eyes wide open, and sense that energy. This comes in very handy if you walk into a room and want to send your energy out and then send it back and then read the room. Or you're in a crystal store and you put your energy in a crystal and send the energy back to you and read whether or not that crystal resonates. There's a billion different uses for energy sensing, which I am going to get more into later on in the video here. But make sure that as you're practicing and learning it, you're doing it in meditation with your eyes closed, so that there's no distractions when you're sensing what was in that energy bubble. Number two, do not use your own energy. You will get drained. When I first started doing energy manipulation, I was using my own energy and I was getting drained. So I might, let's say I was doing divination for someone and I was connecting and channeling their guides to give them the message for their highest good, but I was using my energy, I would be completely drained. Or let's say I was sending energy to someone for healing, but then it would drain me. Noob mistake. Don't do that. Do not use your own energy. Draw in energy from the universe. Now, if you're one of my clients and I'm teaching you how to meditate, you're already very familiar with the technique of drawing in that golden white light from the universe, from source. It goes into your body temple. It goes into your etheric body, your energy body, your aura, and it just opens up all of your chakras, and you're just sitting in this powerhouse, this powder keg of energy. Well, that's the energy that you want to use. You can also draw it up from Mother Gaia as well. So you can feel yourself full of earth energy and then use that energy for whatever you want to use energy for. In this case, we're going to talk about energy sensing, but again, do not use your own energy. So let's dive into the technique of this third eye exercise, energy sensing. So what you want to do, again, you're sitting in meditation, eyes closed, in a still centered space, and you've already drawn in the energy that you want to use. Now what you want to do, I like to put my hands this way. This is an outward mudra, so you're sending energy out. Now what you want to do is imagine an energetic ball. And I always say, whenever you imagine, you always want to feel. Visualization without the emotion just doesn't have the same kick. But when you add visualization with feeling or emotion, that's where the magic happens. So if you want to just start with, a baseball size ball of energy in your hand. So the energy that you have is in your heart chakra area. You send it out through your arm. I like to associate the direction of energy with the direction of my breath. So I'll exhale and the energy goes out. You can make a little baseball size. And again, you're feeling the circumference. You're not just visualizing that circumference of that energy. Or you can do two hands and you just keep the energy in this area. If it's a little bit more easier for you to keep control of that energy ball, it's a little bit easier for you to feel that energy ball. And then what I like to do is turn my hands this way. So this is a receiving mudra. And then I inhale and draw that energy back in through my arms. Again, I'm not just visualizing it, I'm feeling that energy go into both arms and into my heart chakra area. I'm feeling this energy sit into this area here. And now with your eyes closed, what is it that you sense? And this is where things get very interesting. So some of my third eye experiences, as far as what I'm sensing with this energy sensing, I have felt like a hot red temperature, maybe over in this area of the room. And then another time I felt a cold, kind of dense energy back in the hall. This is actually how I came across my grandfather and discovered that he was right there with me. I sent out this energy and I got this pressure on the back. Was this my right shoulder here? It was like a tall, it was like a very tall male presence, someone that I knew in this lifetime that loved me. And then I smelled disgusting cigarettes. My grandfather was a chain smoker. Like, okay, that's Grandpa. And what was very interesting is I was able to just make that link. Our consciousnesses kind of linked together, and then he just vomited out everything that he wanted to tell me that he never got a chance to tell me before he passed away. And all of this was because of energy sensing. So this is a very interesting thing that you want to try. A lot of neat things can happen with this. Another third eye experience with energy sensing is there's a particular crystal that I have. It's a purple amethyst. And so what I did was I put the purple amethyst in my hand. I drew my energy into the amethyst and then drew it back in, and I smelled vanilla. It's very weird. But you're going to have different experiences, and you're going to see which of your clairs begin to come online. Apparently, clairolfactance is what it's called. Just started to come online for me. So my clairsentience and clairvoyancy and clairaudience was the third one that really kind of came into strengthening for me. Clairsentience and clairaudience was already kind of strong, but now I've got this clairolfactance that's showing up. And let me just make a public service announcement about that. We all have these abilities. I just wanted to make this clear, because you'll hear some people say, well, you have to be born with it. You're either born with it or you're not. So you're either born with the ability to see and talk to spirits, or you're either born with the ability to, astral travel, or you're born with the ability of psychic. No, we all have it. Why? Because we're all spirit. If we're all spirit, we have all the abilities of spirit. Otherwise, Otherwise, we wouldn't be spirit. So if you had to be born with it, and then some people weren't born with it, then that means that the ones that weren't born with it are not spirit, which is impossible. So yeah, if you have anyone that tries to tell you you either have it or you don't, or you have to be born with it, or you either have that talent or you don't, tell them to jump in a lake. It's absolutely not true. Any of your clairs can be worked on. You just have to practice. So I want to say that we have to have all of them because we're all spirit. There isn't anyone that isn't spirit, so it's impossible for us to all not have those abilities. But when you practice energy sensing, you're going to find out which of your clairs is a bit more developed than the other ones. We usually have one or two that's a bit more developed. And then the more that you work on the third eye, because the third eye is in charge of all of the clairs, then your other clairs, your what I like to call the minor clairs, will begin to come online as well. One more thing that I wanted to say about the direction of the breath and the direction of the energy. You want to learn the phrase, the air goes out, but the energy stays in. Because after you draw it in, the energy, obviously you're going to need to breathe. But you don't want to have the visualization of the energy going out as your breath is going out. So, you can inhale, energy comes in, and it's in here, but you're going to need to exhale. So just remember that phrase, the air goes out, but the energy stays in. When you become more adept at this third eye technique of energy sensing, you'll be able to send that energy anywhere, in front of you, behind you, or all around you, or fill up an entire room. And when you become adept at it, it becomes a very fun little game that you can play. You can send your energy into a plant, and then draw it back in and then read the plant. Or maybe you're in a crystal store or a tarot store, and you can put your energy in that tarot deck or energy into that crystal, draw it back in, and see if that deck or that crystal resonates with you, if that deck or that crystal wants to work with you. I had an interesting experience where I was in a hotel. I put my energy into this old picture that was on the wall, drew the energy back in, then I started getting all these flashes from, I don't know, it seemed like 1930 something. So that was all the history from that picture. So this is super fun to do, and you'll learn how to send healing energy to somebody, or send encouragement to somebody, or send love to somebody. Everything is energy. Once you learn how to manipulate energy, you will be able to create the life that you really want to live. All right, so give this third eye technique of energy sensing a try, and then let me know in the comments below how it is working for you. Give me some crazy third eye experiences in the comments below. All right, guys, so first we're going to do quote of the day, and then we're going to do question of the day. Here is today's high vibrational quote. Now, question of the day. How do you strengthen your third eye? Give me those third eye strengthening exercises that you guys are using out there, Light Fam. If you need a helping hand strengthening or opening or activating that third eye, we can work together one-on-one through Zoom. Also check out my how to open your third eye video as well for some pointers on that. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I will see all you guys in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching, and to all you love. Peace, guys.